Looking for me? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I've been watching you wander around for a while. I figured it was probably time I told you I'm up here in this tree. So, did you need me for something in particular? No, I'm not up to much, other than reading. Why do you ask? You need a sparring partner. Hoping to get some evening training in, are you? Well, I was hoping to do nothing this afternoon, especially since I had to do a competition with Guy this morning. Both Asuma and Kurenai already turned you down? Well, it's not exactly a surprise that they were already busy. Okay. I'll spar with you for a bit. Otherwise, you'd have to ask Guy, and I won't make you go through that. Come on then, let's go. You're really going all out, throwing kunai at me and everything. I was hoping I could let my guard down. Guess you're gonna keep me on my toes. Don't get too confident. I wasn't going to fall for a move like that. Even if you haven't landed a hit, I will say, this is a challenge when I'm used to Naruto's clumsy moves. You okay? Sorry about that. I thought you'd dodge that kunai. It looked like it got your arm pretty good. Are you all right? Let me have a look. I need you to move your hand out of the way so I can see if you need medical attention. Huh? This is the arm I grazed, isn't it? I saw the blade make contact, but there's no mark whatsoever. There's no way it just disappeared. Unless there was no injury to begin with. I take it you're not hiding some secret medical ninjutsu from me, are you? I see. This has never happened to you before. You're as stumped as I am. Well, the only other possibility I can think of is... I suppose it's a bit embarrassing to say out loud. There's the rare occurrence that two people meet, and they are unable to do physical harm to the other. When this happens, it's a sure sign that the two are... Yes, soulmates. A few known instances have happened in this village, like Kurenai and Asuma. Lady Tsunade also found her soulmate. But I never imagined that you and I were. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just processing. I'm sure it's a lot for you to take in as well. Would you like to walk around the forest for a bit and talk about this? Listen, I know that according to the universe, we're supposed to be made for each other. But that doesn't mean I'm going to force you into anything. If you'd rather just forget about this, then I'd understand. Completely. How do I feel about it? Well, to tell you the truth, I've been thinking about you for a long time. Actually, the more I think about it, it makes sense that we're soulmates. I think we complement each other in a lot of ways. I know I can be a bit distant at times, and it's not easy for me to open up. But when I'm around you, it feels easier. It's like you see right through me. And surprisingly, I don't mind it. It's gotten to the point where I find myself hoping to run into you each day. It's been hard for my mind not to wander to you, and what we could be. But you know how I am. I'm not exactly the most romantic sort of guy. Well, yes, I read about romance all the time, but that's different. There's a big difference between daydreaming about something in my head and physically having it, you know? Anyways, I'm sorry if this is all too much. My main point was supposed to be, there's no pressure at all here. The last thing I'd want is to make you uncomfortable, or lose you as a good friend. Things don't have to change between us. You want them to change? In what way, might I ask? I had no idea you felt that way. Maybe I wasn't the only one good at hiding things. Even so, are you sure about this? Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm turning you down. It's just... how do I put this? I'd gotten to a place in life where I was almost okay with not experiencing something like love. I never expected to find my soulmate at all, let alone a soulmate who happens to be the most amazing person I know. On top of that, the life of a shinobi is complicated. You could find that special person, and the next thing you know, they could be ripped away from you forever. I care about you a lot. But the pain of losing someone you care about is so all-consuming. It's hard for me to let myself get close to someone again. And I do feel afraid. I know that if we pursue something, and I let myself fall for you, losing you would be... You always know the right way to put me at ease, don't you? I suppose it's why I can never stop thinking about you. You need to tell me something now? What's on your mind? You mean, earlier when we were sparring, you let the kunai strike you on purpose. But why? Unless... Were you hoping I'd be your soulmate? I can't believe you. You had an ulterior motive in training with me all along, Well, I can't say I'm too upset about it. Although, you did interrupt my precious Icha time. Well, that's a fair point. Now I have something better to focus on. No, that's okay. You can pull it down. You're amazing. You know that? You know, I sure am glad it was you, and not some enemy I had to take down. If my soulmate was a member of the Akatsuki, that would have been a real problem. This works out. Since I'd never hurt you anyways. Hey, that kunai doesn't count, since it was technically your fault. You admitted to not dodging it on purpose. I'm really happy you're my soulmate. There's no one else I'd want at my side. I only wish I'd known you felt the same sooner. But I have you now, and that's all that matters. Well, it looks like the sun is just starting to set. I know a place you can see it perfectly, if you'd like to go. Don't worry. I think my reading can wait. We have quite a bit of lost time to make up for. Hey, where do you think you're sneaking off to? You'll have to try a lot harder than that to get away from me. Consider this a special mission from the 6th Hokage. I need you to like this video and subscribe to our channel. For exciting audios for adult listeners only, go to patreon.com/Anigomi. If you want to commission an audio, you can order one from our website, anigomi.com/commissions. I've got to go and walk the pack. Those ninja dogs get restless if they aren't trained. Till next time.